How's it going, guys? I got a game against a guy by the name of Firezprit. It's a UU match, and the funny thing about it is it's been sitting in my video folder for God knows how long, and it's not like it's a bad match or anything. It's just like a nice, solid game that I didn't really want to waste on a day that I didn't want to. So it's just like, how about today? No. How about today? No. It's like that shirt that you want to wear, but you don't really, you want to save it for like a later day because you know it's just a good shirt that like goes with everything. If that makes any sense whatsoever. You know I got to lead off these narrations with obscure ass analogies, but he's going to go and lead off with Kecleon. I'm going to lead off with Victini. Now, thinking about Kecleon, they can carry some interesting sets from time to time. The main thing I was thinking about is probably Sash, and then maybe got Sucker Punch or something like that. But it turns out I actually switch out to Frostlass to take a T-Wave, and then he sets up a Stealth Rocks. Given that I was, I would have been slower than it, I thought I would have been a little bit faster than it, even being paralyzed, but I thought wrong. So if I did set up one layer of spikes on that turn, then I would have had 2 layers up for the duration of this match. And I think this layer right now is the only layer I'm going to be able to get up owing to circumstances in the near future. But in comes a Rotom, I'm like, okay, I'm still at full health. I don't want to take an overheat. And, maybe he'll predict that, and then he'll go for the Volt Switch or something like that, and I'll just end up trapping him. But he just leaves his choice item on me right off the bat. Now, I do have a Paralyzed Frostlass, and I have a fucking choice Nidoqueen, but I don't really think I'm going to get much use out of Toxic Spikes anyway. I have something that can deal with Quagsire. I'm not going to need it that badly. So, I have 2 status fodders, essentially. I don't care if Nidoqueen gets any kind of status on it, and if Frostlass dies, I could care less. I just want Frostlass to set up as much spikes as possible. Nidoqueen, if it can get Toxic Spikes, beautiful, great. If not, then I got the rocks up, and we're good to go. So I have a little bit of a hazard edge here. Now, he brings in Quagsire, and I'm like, I think I might be able to set up 1 or 2 more layers of spikes, depending. But he gets a flinch here, so I'm like, okay, 1 more for sure. If I'd have gotten 1 earlier, then I would have had all 3 layers of spikes up. This match would have been a little bit shorter. But it turns out that he ends up critting me after this next waterfall, so I don't get shit. I get nothing. I lose. Good day to me, sir. But there goes that. And I'm completely blanking. I'm so sorry for blanking. Please forgive me, and don't think of me any less as a human being. But I'm bringing Empoleon. Now, this is my Agility Life Orb 3 attacks one. So the guy's got Surf, Ice Beam, Grass Knot. Kind of runs similarly to the Sub-Pataya one. But, Pataya Berry isn't out and whatnot, so I've run Agility 3 attacks from time to time. It works out pretty nice if you can squeak an Agility in. But, he brings in Jump Left after I kill him off with the Grass Knot. I'm like, you know what? Let's go out to Nidoqueen, a status fodder. I don't give a fuck what happens to that thing. So if he wants to sleep it, if he wants to leech seed it, if he wants to abuse all that shit, that's fine. I have a Crobat, I have a Scarf Victini, I have, if Empoleon gets an Agility, it'll be faster. I have lots of things that can do with Jump Left, it's just a matter of how. So I bring in Crobat right now, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, not looking at this in specific, but just looking in general. I have a fucking lot of rocks, weak pokes, and no spinner. That happens a lot to me, trust me. But I thought he would go for the Leech Seed. It turns out he just goes for the Acrobatics. Does a really good chunk, but Crobat's bulky. He can take it. So decides to switch out. I'm going to go ahead and roost on the switch as he decides to go into his Kecleon. Now I was thinking, hey, he's probably going to try to paralyze me with the Thunder Wave. So I will just end up taunting him after this next turn. I am getting ahead of myself. I should really slow it the fuck down. But I roost, get some health back. I still don't know his full moveset though. I know he has Stealth Rock, T-Wave. I believe we see his 3rd move right now, which is actually going to end up being Knockoff, just to dodge the taunt. Since I guess that was a little bit obvious. Crobats do that a lot. But knocks off my lefties, not too concerned in the long run, I suppose, since he doesn't really have anything too particularly stally since Quagsire's gone already. But he's going to go for the Seismic Toss, do set 100, all that stuff. But I'm pretty good on health. I mean, I think this is a max HP Crobat, so being pretty close to 400 means that, I'll be able to take 3 Seismic Tosses. I'll be able to take 2, more specifically, and then, then I can roost, and then I can just do Brave Birds and stuff like that. It doesn't look like he has lefties or anything like that. He's probably sashed like I initially thought, but I never asked him afterwards. But right now he decides to go into Nidoqueen. The fuck is that? Nidoking, predicting the taunt. He does predict correctly. I just don't want to get paralyzed. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Decide to go into my Nidoqueen as fodder. If he wants to go for T-Bolt, and I happen to be immune to it, great. If he wants to predict it and go for the Ice Beam, whatever. I kind of stopped caring about this thing after, it got put to sleep. So, turns out that his Ice Beam does not kill me. That actually kind of tells me that he's not Sheer Force Life Orb. and he's more than likely just Choice Scarf instead, since that thing it does get really good coverage. But running 2 fucking special Choice Scarfers, found that a little odd, but I guess one of them can dump the item off, so it kind of makes sense. But gonna bring in Victini because I know it's faster for a fact, unless he's running, I think this is an Adamant Victini, so if he was running like a Timid Scarf Nidoking, then I suppose that could work. I don't really know what the standard is in terms of those things, but whatever. He decided to switch out, doesn't want a chance, you know, me being jolly, if that happens to be, you know, the same thing, since, you know, for the same nature, then I will outspeed him regardless. You know, neutral speed versus positive speed, I'll end up winning. But since I went for the V-Create, my speed drops, and then my defense and all the other stats drop, and I just really don't want to stay in. But at least I killed off the Kecleon, so that's pretty fantastic. Gonna go into Crobat here, potentially as fodder, depending on what he decides to do. If he went for the Earth Power, fantastic. He's making some good plays here, and, you know, just end up killing off the things when he needs to, because that's what you do in Pokemon. You kill things off when you need to. But because I think he's Scarfed, and the reason, well, I know he's Scarfed. I'm pretty damn sure he's Scarfed. I go into Empoleon to quad resist the Ice Beam, and that means I'm going to get a free agility off, be faster than this Jumpluff, and kill it off with an Ice Beam. So looking at it, I should be, in theory, good to go to sweep the rest of his team, barring Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan's going to scare me. I probably should have gotten that out of the way, but if I didn't go for an agility, then I wouldn't have outsped it, and it seemed like a good thing to do just to take that out at least. But in comes Hitmonchan, and I was like, maybe a Mach Punch won't take me out. I know it's Iron Fisted, and it's Stab, and it's Life Orb, probably, and everything. And it comes fucking close, guys. That's 8 HP. But the cool thing is now I'm in Torrent range, so even despite his pretty decent natural spec D-Bulk, I'm able to take him out, because I got the Life Orb and all that. So double down, and Empoleon takes out 2 pokes. Not bad, not bad, I'll take it. So it does happen to be double down. I am going to send in my Scarfer, as actually, no I don't. I send in my fucking Weavile right here. Now, something I don't know if it actually applies to game mechanics, but whoever takes, you know, Stealth Rock's damage first, because I see me take damage, and then I see him take damage, and I was like, you know what? I don't really know whether or not he's Scarfed right off the bat, because I didn't know how that worked. But I forgot at that point that he left a Scarf on my Nidoqueen, so I completely oblivious to the fact that he was holding my lefties. But he's gonna go ahead and Volt Switch, get out of there, and he decides to go into Nidoking. But the thing is that I'm still faster than him. I can go ahead and V-Create, take him out. Rotom is not gonna be faster than me in any way, shape, or form, even after the speed drop. So I suppose that's gonna be the end of this game that we call a Pokemon battle. So, you know, just Victini's gonna pull in some work and just clean up the rest of the field. So that's the end of the game. If you guys enjoyed it, you're welcome to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. Got some TCGO coming up later tonight. Gonna be probably a little bit busy this weekend. I don't know how videos are gonna turn out, but that's it. We got that. I submitted a video to Mosh Pit, so expect to possibly see that in the next few days, maybe even as soon as tomorrow. But I think that's all I really got on my plate for today. So with that in mind, I will see you guys in TCGO or tomorrow or things. Bye. Okay, bye.